But you heard about it and you're like, I want to do that. That's the club scene.
Yeah, well, we were going to New York to all the different clubs and everything, and like the thing was, where are we going on vacation? And that was the, I mean, that was the golden goose.
Was there a big DJ at the time you're going to see or anything? Or
I mean,
not like that?
well, every night is a different club.
Yeah.
That you get to choose from, because it's all clubs, and every night a certain club has their thing, and every one of them are flying in like DJs that you know these DJs that make hundreds of like.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
hella.
They were every night. They had a DJ like
Wow.
DJ Tiesto, DJ Carl Cox, DJ. I mean, all the most famous DJs from back then were like there.
Wow.
Yeah, I like, not that I even care or know about them now, but like it was a big friggin' deal. Like these guys would fly in, get paid like $100 million, and jet out.
Yeah.
I bet you they were getting $1 million a set easy.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, you're bringing that much money in. It's like just to have their name.
Yeah.
David Guetta, whatever they had those Vegas. David
Yeah.
Guetta residencies.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who? But like the people who know.
Yeah. And so we would go, like, I was in that phase where we'd go like out in New York, and are you on the list? Did you have, it's terrible now. I look at that now and I'm like, that is probably if we take my whole life in 3-year blocks, that would be like the least thing I would ever want to do again.
It's so funny too, because if that fucking piece of shit back then could look forward to this celebrity who could bypass the line, you'd be like, that's all I want.
How many nights I waited on the line and then got rejected, even though you had to know someone. If you didn't go prepared, like on a list or knowing someone at the door to name the drop, you were really rolling the dice.
You know what I remember? You see me 12 people out. You see that I'm not wearing the right outfit. Just be like, hey, you, no chance.
Yeah.
No reason to waste your next hour of your life. You're just not getting in. It's okay.
Exactly. And going with guys in New York.
Yeah, fucking
you'd
all guys.
We'd
trip,
all have to
fuck
meet
off.
and split up in cars.
Wow.
We'd meet at my house or whoever's house.
Yeah.
And we'd be like 4 or 5 cars of guys. And we'd all go park, and then we'd all go to the corner, right? And then 2 at a time, every like 3 to 4 minutes, we would go. None of us together, none of us talking to each other online, because if they saw that many people knew each other, they wouldn't let you
They'd
in
be
at
like,
all.
no way.
So we would all go up with 2. How many? Just 2. I mean, like one time the guy's like, you can't wear those shoes in here. Like they're not dress shoes. And so literally my friend ran to like an Ace Hardware, bought a black electrical tape and taped his entire shoes up in black electrical tape. And then like it didn't draw the guy's attention down, and he got in with wearing black electrical tape.
Wow.
Yeah. But it was like the big thing. So this was like the Super Bowl of destinations for clubbing.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, like, it sounds horrible, and it is.
Yeah.
But this was when Ecstasy first, like...
Oh.
This was Ecstasy.
Oh. Wait, 2002. 2002.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
This was that.
Wow.
And
Pills.
Pills,
With different stamps on them.
Yeah.
Do you remember any of them?
And I do not condone this.
I do.
Especially now in
I
this
do.
no freaking way. I would never do it again. In this day and age now, with you don't know who's cutting what. And that was like that back then too, but now with the FET.
So yeah, pre-fentanyl. I remember the Buddhas was a thing, and the dolphins. I remember those.
Oh, I don't remember. There was something
Okay.
different all the time. I don't know. I don't condone it.
I do, especially in Europe, because in Europe they don't have the fentanyl. Worry-free.
What do you mean they don't have it?
They don't
Don't
have
say
it.
that.
They don't.
They got it.
Nope. They got pure pills. They don't got it.
Europe on the whole has pure pills. You're going to co-sign that?
Yeah, co-signed.
That's wild.
They don't have fentanyl yet.
I think fentanyl is everywhere. You don't know where it's going to be. You're going to be the guy that turns up with like, we got it now.
Oh yeah, dude.
No.
If you're in Berlin, no need to test.
Stop.
Go.
Don't
take it.
say that.
Take it.
I mean, look, I'm preaching to. I mean, I took my risks with these things.
Yeah.
And
yeah. For all the kids there, I'm now interviewing a guy who survived all this just fine. so go ahead.
It's Molly basically.
Yeah.
And so everyone who goes to this place is looking for the same party. Mm-hmm. It's just beaches and partying. And with this kind of stuff, you go out like we used to be like, all right, we'll get to the place at 12, meaning midnight. We'll get there. And then we would come out sometime 7, 8, 10 in the morning. And everybody in those clubs is on the exact same page. There was never a fight.
There was never a fight.
No. As a matter of fact, it's the wildest thing when everyone is on that. You just walk through the club and everybody is like your best friend. You could break away from your group. break away from your group. You could literally walk into a circle of people having a conversation. They'd be like, "What's up, brother? This is what we're talking about. Where are you from? Cool. Can I get you something?" And they just start massaging your back or something. Just really nice people.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
Literally on their best behavior.
I mean, just like, this is the greatest night of my life. You? Yeah, me too. And that's everybody. So you don't even have to like, there was no even like feeling like weird, like, oh, this is a huge club. It's cavernous. It's dark. There's a lot of people here. Who knows who these people are?
Wait, there's like one club, or are you going hopping clubs?
No, tons. But like I'm saying,
wherever you were,
but even like in New York, like if you used to frequent, like if you went to the same club, then you'd see like regulars at the clubs.
Yeah.
And so there were people that would go to nightclubs alone because they knew that they were going to know like 50 people in the nightclub, almost like a neighborhood bar.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Right. You also
And they'd be like, "Oh, dude, come here. I want you to meet my group. I want you to meet my group." By the end of the night, the club is walking out. Everybody knows each other. It was the wildest thing. Everyone's going to eat breakfast.
That's like wholesome.
It is pretty wild, you know. Everyone's just chugging water.
Yeah.
So there's no drunk.
Yeah.
So there's no problems. There's no issues. There's no drunk contingent in the club.
Wow.
Yeah.
Even if it was like, wow, nice punch.
Networking.
That's a great punch. Where'd you learn
Exactly.
that? Show me.
Yeah. Or would have been like, "Dude, you're drunk. What can we do to help you?"
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So you and your douchebag friends
Yeah, me and my
decide
douchies,
to decide like,
There's like
let's
seven of us maybe.
let's all go.
Let's all go. And this is back
Where'd you
when
stay?
no money. Like
Right.
So I didn't even like. I mean, like, what was I like? College? I was just out of college.
Yeah.
No. I went to college in '98, but I was in the workforce. But it's still, I was only making like.
What do you think of this? Uncomfortable, right?
It's
Won't work for a podcast.
It's awkward.
It's awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna be
I'm
readjusting a
trying
lot.
to understand what my place is here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's
Yeah.
fine.
I think I gotta go back to chairs.
But yeah, so we're like, let's go down there and like it'll be great. And all that's what everyone talked about. You got to go to this club. You got to
World
clubs
famous.
had world
Club what?
famous. The clubs had reputations.
Yeah.
like just like anything else. Like like a restaurant.
Yeah.
You go like, you have to go here on this night. You have to go here on this night.
Oh right.
And this person's gonna be here, and it's gonna be, and it's like everyone went with like the same vibe.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, man, it was like I don't think there was ever been really I don't know, maybe I don't know what was happening at Studio 54, but like it felt like the best. And you would really seriously actually network because these people are all real people with regular jobs.
Did you dance back then? Are
I
you a
did.
dancer?
Yeah, I danced all night.
Wow.
Yeah, I danced before Ecstasy.
Right.
And then Ecstasy made you dance more. And then somewhere in the middle, and I can't explain this, but it happens to everyone, you go from wanting to dance your heart out all night long. After some type of acclimation period, you go to not just wanting to sit and just talk and just, you're sitting, but it's still the greatest night. I'm not trying to romanticize this thing. I wouldn't take it.
Romanticize it.
I stopped taking it after like a while because I literally felt my sharpness going away. Like at work, like people would ask me to do something, I'd be like, okay. And then they'd walk away.
Every weekend, Molly? Every weekend, no, Ecstasy. It's speed. It's speed and Molly together.
It's not like it wasn't like every single weekend, but there were pretty.
Wow.
They were pretty big. Like what do you call it? Streaks of like
right.
yeah. I would do maybe
First time I took it, Duncan gave it to me.
Yeah.
It was new comic to LA.
Is that when you made out at UFC?
No.
Okay.
Well before. And that did roll. And took some. It was like not hitting. It was a pill. I was like, sure. I'm like, maybe. It's like I sort of feel like no. There's no maybe. There's no maybe.
Same thing happened to me.
And then he goes, take another half. Took another half. And I was like, oh, sorry about before. Definitely didn't. Now, definitely yes.
You waited. You didn't wait long enough.
No, I waited like an hour. He dosed me right.
Okay.
He was really good about it. He goes, you just didn't take it. It just didn't have enough. But then when 1.5 was like game on. And then the next day I was like, dude, we got to do that again. I was like, all right, I know where you're at. You got to relax. Take a month off.
Yeah. Well, back then, everyone, even people that don't do any drugs otherwise or don't, it was just what was going on, and everyone was doing it. And like you would do it and have the best time of your life and like make all these friends. And then like you'd like, let's do that again.
Yeah.
And I remember the first time ever I was in Cancun and my friend gave me something and I was so nervous to take it. And then nothing happened at all.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is bullshit. And like another time, the next time I got something that was, I guess, real or whatever it was. And I'll never forget the moment because everybody was like, everyone had felt it before but me. And then I remember they're like, you'll feel it, don't worry, you'll feel it. And I remember the moment we were on the dance floor and a wave came over my body. And I was like, and they looked at me and they go, you feel it? I go, I feel it. And everyone's just like, yeah. Everyone's just jumping up and down. He feels it. He feels it. I was like, oh my God, this is what it feels like. I was like, I was like, this is it was like, I had been feeling it for 10 seconds. I was like, the best day of my life.
Oh my God.
Don't do it. I do not encourage it. It was a mistake in hindsight. You can die. You can get laced with fentanyl. You never know who's cutting what. In this day and age, you'd be bonkers.
The statements of the guests of this podcast do not necessarily represent the feelings of the podcast itself.
This was 22 years ago, guys, when shit was different.
Where you been and where you going? This is Ari's travel show, yeah. We're gonna go on a journey today and see what there's to see in this big world. We're exploring different places, seeing all different types of faces. We're gonna talk about travel today. It's you,